Hello everybody, welcome back. So, today I want to talk about, well, what I dislike that you can't keep in the new KORTZ CENTRE Heist. So, as you know, you can keep the main painting after the first try, and I believe it was Text2, or maybe it was someone else, on Twitter, found out that you can actually, or there's code, to keep, supposedly at least, to keep some of the art you steal off the walls. Just regular art. Now, I have two issues. One, there's only 4 slots to keep them. Which I personally think is fucking dumb. If you're going to let us keep all of the art, might as well let us... This pissed me off. Oh, no, actually, I don't really care about that art, because I'm going to be grabbing stuff off this. Anyway, what annoys me is, not only do we only have 4 slots, but we're supposed to be able to keep these as well, which in total, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's 14 paintings in total that we can keep in one run. That's not including all of the extra primary targets that we'll be getting across the weeks, which I believe is something like 28 or something. So 28 on top of 14 is 42 paintings. Now, I get that you can't have 42 in your fucking property. That would be ridiculous. But at least let us keep, I don't know, something like 20. Now, we also can't keep things like this, which I absolutely fucking love, as well as this. I love things that are... Like, there's one with green eyes. I fucking love that. Green eyes, and there's other ornamental eggs. I'll actually be able to show you one of the ornamental eggs. Now, I don't really care... Like, yes, it would be nice to keep these, but what I mostly care about is the stuff in the standing cases. Now, the reason I care about stuff in the standing cases is those are the most badass things to keep, and it explains, well, it makes a lot of sense why they're prestigious and why they are the most bag-filling things other than paintings, because, of course, paintings go for the most, they are always going to sell for the most, even in real robberies. They take up 50% of your bag. In these, they take up, the tall glass things, take up 30% of your bag. Now, this is the other ornamental egg. I fucking love the design, right? It looks... I'm pretty sure that's Turkish. I might be wrong, though. Not language, just... I'm pretty sure that's, Ottoman made. Then we have... Or is it Ottoman egg, or is it ornamental? I think it's ornamental, right? But I believe it is... Oh, it doesn't actually say. What the fuck is the difference? Okay, I guess the other one's downstairs. Anyway, we have this, which... I guess we could just keep as, like, our own jewelry, or we could just display it. But yeah, then we have this, which, yeah, I mean, I guess it's kind of cool. It would be nice to display it, I guess, like, in the front, like, in your entrance, in your... Is it called the foyer? Where you enter? Anyway, like, the entry place, basically, right at the front door. It'd be nice to display them. These, I don't really give a fuck about them. Like, this... What is it called? Don't forego these footprints. Yeah, that can stay here. Then we have, of course, this, which you can actually steal, I believe. Is it the same one? No, this is a slightly different one. From the... wait, isn't... One of them, has the man Gordo Ghost in the smoke. Anyway, my point is, you can steal a similar one to this. What's this one called? The Great Circle Back. So yeah, it's very similar to another one that you can steal, but no, we're going to ignore that. This. Let me fucking keep it. Now, what the hell is this actually called? Gemstone Collection. What's its name? Ruby Gemstone. So I need to make sure that I do end up getting this, because... Let me just be ultra sure. There. I'm just ultra checking. This. Let me fucking keep this. If you don't understand why, it's not going to say up there. There. Venus. Venus. Daringor. Is this... Is this Roman? Or is it a different language? Because that looks French. D'Algernon. I'm going to say it in Italian. D'Algernon. Venus d'Algernon. I love Greek and Roman mythology. Because they're basically the same. This, I fucking love. This, it'd be kind of nice to keep, because if you actually look at the detail in it, we're not going to look at it from there, we're going to look at it from above, because it is a lot more visible from above. It's pretty cool, right? It's got, the bronze or gold or whatever. Or whatever that is. But that's pretty cool, right? I like that. But I like this more. Oh, I like this more. Because I am a sucker for shit like this, right? Look at those fucking edges on that diamond. That's raw diamond. Then, you have Venus, which is actually very fucking accurate. Let me zoom in on her face a minute. Great, the lighting is fucking perfect. Can't actually see her face. Either way, you have that. It'd be nice to just have this on my bedside. One moment. Wow, her nipples are actually showing. Holy shit, the amount of detail I put into this. Holy fucking Christ. But yeah. I'm sure a lot of people would love that. I'm not one of those people. But yeah, I love, like, Roman and Greek mythology. I just love to have a fucking thing like that in my bedroom. In the game, of course. I mean, in real life. If I could afford one. I think they're quite expensive, I don't know. I'll have to have a look. However, this would be funny, right? It's like Bonnie and Clyde, or whatever the fuck that is. I've seen that before. I've seen that. Superman! Superman! Right? Let me have a look. Superman and Lois Lane... comics. Which Superman? What superhero has blonde, slick back hair and his girlfriend has short, black hair with a fringe? I've seen it. I think it is, like, Superman, but I'm just fucking high. I might be wrong. Maybe they just altered it slightly, but that reminds me a lot of Superman and Lois Lane. It would also be nice to have this, as this is actually, if you don't know, this is a reference to Red Dead Redemption 1, I believe? Or Red Dead Redemption 2, is that leather? If that's wood, that's a reference to Red Dead Redemption 1. If that's leather, it could be a reference to RDR 2, as you didn't have covers in RDR 1. Oh my god. You can actually see smudge marks. That is fucking insane in attention to detail. Look at that. Wow. Bravo, Rockstar. However, yeah, like, I'd just like to be able to keep the horse, maybe the necklace, like, everything that's in the, like, top glass cases, I'd love to keep. Even if they don't give us meteorite, just let us have the small things in the cases, as we have plenty of room in our mansion to hold this shit. Even things like this, like fertility statues. I'd love to fucking... Ivory? It's gold. Does it? That's a creepy-ass face. That looks more like sand. Maybe that is ivory. I have no clue. I don't actually know colours like that. But yeah, like, it would just be nice to be able to keep these things. Like, even if they don't let us keep the paintings, which would be fucking amazing if we could, I would love to be able to keep the little statues and have enough space for all of them, or even just have, like, the necklace, something that we can keep and wear. Because the thing is, there are, like, I think, yeah, there's 5 different variations of the diamond. Let us have 5 different variations of the diamond around our house. So it actually makes us feel like we've achieved something. I know it's not going to get added, but it would just be nice for Rockstar to do something for the actual community for once. Now, I'm going to make sure that it's saved, as I am going to be doing it in a while, the actual diamonds, or the ruby. But yeah, I will also be making a guide/rant about the payouts and the actual...
Don't worry, the Quartz Center hasn't noticed I'm in their security system.
And, about payouts and how to get the most pay, and shit like that, which is basically the same thing. But, yeah. I just... I wish they would make it so we could keep these valuable things and just, you know, have them in our mansion so it'd be something nice to look at. Like, for instance, let's go in here. And we could just have, like, a painting displayed. We've already got one there. Would one fit right there? I mean, it could technically fit right there. Just have a painting there, or there, or there. No, that wouldn't work. Like, just let us have a painting somewhere in this room. Or even an art piece, like a gemstone, right there. For all the gemstones, let me point out different locations. One in there. One, like, right there. Right there. That's 3. Right there. I mean, if you want one in here, you could place it, like, on there or somewhere. I don't know, maybe right there next to the cat. But I feel like you should be able to also place one down in your bedroom, for instance. Or even in your trophy room, since it's a fucking trophy room. But, you know, this is more for your, like, actual proper achievements. I will be getting 100%, and then I'll be placing my award there for 100%. But yeah, like, we should be able to have one, say, there, and have the skull there, right? Then have the necklace... I don't know, where would we have a necklace, actually? Like, where would we actually have a necklace? I genuinely don't know where we could put a necklace. Maybe we could have the horse, like, right there, right? Or right there, or somewhere here. Then we can have the necklace, like, if I would prefer to wear the necklace... That guy made me jump out of my fucking skin. We could have, like, a necklace here or something, or even... we could have the necklace, and what's the other thing? There's one other thing in the glass case. Isn't there? Oh yeah, the Aphrodite statue. My dumbass. You can have it here, the necklace. And you should be able to place all of these things in all of the locations that they could, that the other one could be, except for, of course, the necklace, because that's too big. I would have Aphrodite right fucking here. Skull right there. Or Venus, I should say. Aphrodite is the Greek version of Venus. I just, you know, I prefer the Greek mythology, as Roman mythology did change it slightly, like with Euros and Cupid. Cupid didn't ever, or wasn't really ever a child in... What the fuck? Oh, it's a fucking doll, or a mannequin. That's terrifying. What was I saying? That's it. Cupid was never a child, or, you know, he wasn't meant to be a baby. He was actually a fully grown adult. He had a wife, he had a kid. And he was very, like... I guess he had, like, a weird relationship with his mum, because he loved his mother, but she hated Psyche, which is his wife. So, you know. But yeah, they altered a few things. Like, they changed actually a lot of it. It's more like, I believe Roman mythology was what influenced modern Greek mythology. If you look at old things like Homer's, like, Greek books and shit like that, and then you look at other, like, sort of old Greek, you'll see that there are different things, like Zeus, being his mother, getting her pregnant and having Persephone, but and she turned into Demeter in another one. She isn't Demeter. She's a completely other goddess, but she's still the mother of Persephone in both myths. Hades is her husband, and he marries Persephone, which is her uncle. But to be fair, if you look at mythology, that's not really that uncommon. Is I mean, really, it's not. Aphrodite's most famous lover is her, I believe. Depending on what myth you're looking at, again, here's another one. In some myths, she's Zeus's daughter, and in others, she's the seas, the ocean's daughter. She was born from the ocean after Zeus's. No, after Gaia's wife, Gaia's husband. After Gaia's husband, testicles were cut off, and then his sperm went into the ocean. It's pretty fucking weird. Yeah. But Zeus also slept with her, I'm pretty sure. But her, if you look at Zeus's mythology, where she's Zeus's daughter, she slept with her brother. So it's like, it's really not that far-fetched to, you know, say that, well, it's not really that strange. But yeah, enough of that. I'm getting into mythology now, when that's the topic for a whole other video. That would be censored to a motherfucker. What discount do I get? Will I be able to spend it? Are there any vehicles I like? Any vehicles I care about? Yeah. Nice. I had no purpose. Wait, 10%, so it should have been 80 grand taken off, right? Well, how much? 87,000. Yeah, tracks. That about tracks. But yeah, you know, like, it's... I just want to be able to... sorry if I stutter a lot. I can't see him. Nope, fuck that. Pretty sure he looks... No. You know, headscarves, at least in real life, I don't think... Well, in real life, I don't think they do signify terrorism. I think it's just something the Middle Eastern people wear. In this game, they signify terrorist. Cough, 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 cough. Okay, yeah, I'm not speaking in game chat, right? No, okay, good. Yeah, like, I just want to be able to own some of the things that we steal and not just have all this bullshit. Piss off, you twat dick, bitch, asshole. What would be nice is, or what also would be nice, is to be able to have 28 painting slots in our mansion, and if they did let us have the fertility statues, like, okay, we just need 2 other spots to find. I'm not great at finding spots that would actually make sense, considering, you know, we could store them outside, I guess, but it really depends on how Rockstar want to, you know, use realism, whether they want to make it seem like they would blow away in storms, and that's why we can't have it or not. But it's just like, I want to be able to display my shit in my fucking mansion, because I earned it, right? The heist already pays crap, and it's like, it would be nice if I could lose even more money, but I got to keep them in my own mansion, right? I don't mind losing money to keep them in my own mansion. Something else I need to change is your take that you get is determined, for the tier 4, is determined by how much everyone steals. They get to keep the amount of money, right? They get to keep the money that they steal, otherwise it would be literally fucking useless for them, because they just get 100 grand. But... well, no. But, basically, they need to make it so that it is worth doing it over and over, and if you want to... fuck off. And if you want to... piss off. Fly, fuck off. Anyway, if you want to keep certain things, you can, you just don't get as much take, like they already do with the paintings. You only get secondary loot. And with the tier 4, you only get primary and secondary loot. You don't get any of the bonuses, which they need to fucking change. At least change that, so it's worth it getting the buyer's request and the actual, tier 4, because otherwise, it's, or the, Elite Challenge, because otherwise, it's not, right? If you're doing it on hard mode, it's worth getting them if you were to get paid for the tier 4 for that, but you only get paid in cash for that. So there's no point in getting them unless the paintings are really expensive and you're going to be doing it with 2 players. Because then, yeah, you'll get the extra money, you just won't get it to the tier 4. But my issue with it is mostly the fact that the pay is ass, and I'm not going to get into the rant right now, I will in the next video, but what I'm trying to say is, it's dumb, because you do this and you get nothing for it. It's like, so I'm collecting it for no fucking reason. I'm collecting the extra loot for no reason. On hard mode, it's worth it because it's 200,000. On regular mode, it's just 100 grand. If you don't get the elite challenge, it's 50k. It's 50k, right? It's just 50 grand for the buyer's request. If you just get a buyer's request on hard mode, it's just 100k. But the fact is, it's still somewhat worth it if you were getting paid for all of it. But you're not. That's the thing. You're not. Which is what has made it, in my opinion, suck ass. But yeah. I can't shoot myself in this pool, unfortunately, can I? I don't... Let me just stand here. Here, in case I can't just face the fucking thing, you twat. There we go. I don't think I can shoot myself, right? Nope. So yeah. I will be making a video later on guides and things like that. Yeah. Mostly on what to get, when to get, how to get, and all of this shit. I will be describing specifically why you want to get certain things, and why you want to avoid other things. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. Catch you next time. Peace. Or piss. Like R. Kelly's sheets smell like in Ubisoft. Fix Sam Bonnie's motherfucking face. Well, in fact, they actually might have. Since there was an update that rolled out earlier, or yesterday. There was also an update in GTA Online today. I honestly don't really know why. I mean, maybe we can keep some shit, I don't really know. But yeah. I should probably have done the thing while people were out. I'll give them a call, see how long, because I'll give, like, the courts one attempt if the people are far away. But yeah. Because I'm going to be doing the heist on this. Ow. God, why the f is my armpit? Ow. Feels like my skin's just been stretched 50,000 miles. Motherfucker. Ah, what? Anyway, probably because I literally just washed, which I haven't actually used shower gel in quite a while, nor have I showered properly in a while. I usually just get in for a couple of minutes because, well, sleep's been a bit fucked up. And also, what was it? I think it's since I went to the movies to watch Spider-Man. Maybe it was before. I don't fucking know. I've lost track of time, to be fair. Anyway, I hope you enjoy. Catch you next time. Peace. I mean, I usually wash my face and crown jewels, but, you know, I usually wash my body once a week or so, maybe a little bit longer. Because, I mean, you know, you're just washing off dirt. The only thing soap does, it doesn't actually clean you. All it does is make you smell better and loosens bacteria. If you shower daily, it's not so... Well, you don't have to. That's what doctors say. I prefer to shower every single day. It just, you know, it does clean off the dirt. I don't really go many places. What's the point? The only time I really do a proper clean is when I, like a proper clean, is when I have my haircut, which is every month, since my hair grows incredibly fast. Speaking of, it's getting a bit long now, but yeah, I mean, you know, that's not the topic for today. I shower almost daily, and I rarely go out, so, you know, no real need to waste shower gel. Unless it's been a week or so, because, you know, then you got sweat and all that should build up. Yeah, hope you enjoyed. Catch you next time. Peace. Don't know why the fuck I did that.